All right, this is another testimony, and I'm making testimonies to put things in the perspective. So when I make videos, especially knowing that there'll be time when I can't make videos, and they've warned me of that, and I believe that I will have a point where I won't be able to do things that I'm able to do now. So I'm doing it now, speaking, making videos. You know, when you're isolated, you forget how obvious these people are, like in regard of what they're doing to you. But sometimes something that shocks me, not shocks me, but like surprises me, is like the level of self trickery you have to create. Can you imagine? You work day in and day out to create this false reality, right? You create this thing. You involve yourself in that. Maybe not you by yourself. Maybe it's not hard to create that in the sense that things are done for you, and you just gotta kind of wait for it to process in this way. But you have to expend your time. You have to spend your time to change this person. But even though the change are done by something that is automatically automated in some sort, you are seeing the process, and you are like doing your part of that process to make that person accept these changes, to accept this false persona that these people literally working day in and day out to change, right? So you know kind of hard working you have to put in to do what you to make this person be this, not even be think this way and be this illogical. Then you're supposed to show you pretend that this is organically happening. I went to the to a place to get my laundry done, right? And it's been a while. I go right now. It's like it's Friday, and it's not even the afternoon yet, right? I go there before there's kids there, because I know these people have no shame. They will bring kids and then they will do this. My biggest fear is children, because the nasty things they do to me is crazy. Like I swear, I feel like I can go in a place where there's people who do horrible things to me and feel better than be around where there's kids, because kids there, the disgustingness is just too much. It's so torturous. It's so disgusting. It's so foul. It's just disgusting. So, like, okay, this is a time there's not going to be any children. At least there shouldn't be. This is people. People should be at school. Kids should be at school, and there should be adults that stay in. And I get a chance to see the people. And of course, nowadays I'm going to film these situations, and I see two individual. I see one who's just like very mincing looking, another one who's like young. I don't like, maybe 20 something, right? This is what she looks like. But this is what, and of course, in my head, they were trying to create something because they can make her be underage, right? Because at that point, you're not that much of an adult. You just became an adult not too long ago. So if that's the case, at least based on what I'm seeing, and they can change my perception. It's crazy because I saw her, and I was after looking at her, because at this point I heard her say, "You die slow," right? I heard her say that, and I'm looking at her from the back, and they try to give her things that's non-existent. And I look at the video, it's like, wow, my perception, reality, wow, what a two. And they know that. They start walking in ways like, and I'm looking at the videos like, what happened to the things I was in, like my thoughts, like my perception and what's on the video is completely different. That's why it's so dangerous to even look at kids, because they're gonna create perceptions, that are not there. Because if it was me, and like if it was me naturally, and there was children around, and they'll pass away and try to walk a certain way, I wouldn't care. I would look at them as like, this is not, it's not gonna do nothing to me. Like, go ahead, okay, wow. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, don't, because my perception can be played with. Now this person, let me show you. Let me show you how the kind of people that's supposed to make me subscribe to this persona, right? So I go here. So I'm in the laundromat. I go in here. You see this first person here. You see this one. They're all trying to play off like they're acting like they're. So let me show you. You have this first person just randomly sitting there, right? Yeah, just there, not a perp. Then I walk this person, just does not look like the typical person that lives here. That's the kind of like young adult type of person, right? That's around here. And I'm telling you, the way they were making me look at her. for a second, give me stimulation. Honestly, not to say she's, but I will not get this reaction. You're okay. I mean, I'm not. You're not. This exaggeration of feelings is not natural. But this is, I go and I know. I know what the one, the younger one's supposed to be the woke, like this like progressive group. The other one is supposed to be like they like just mad, just angry mother that's protecting like this is the things. This is the portray. This is what they try to portray themselves as. I'm not subscribing. At least the one with the hat, I can see her. Okay, you can. I understand you're doing it for the financial benefits of it, not even financial, but this is a job to you. The other one is trying to play like she's like this radical progressive protecting kids. Like, please. And I was listening to I was listening to something specific to the conservative who was allegedly a pedophile, or who's he did pedophilia things. He's a pedophile, but allegedly when he was an assistant DA, he was picking up kids, right? And the employer who put me in this program spend money on this on his campaign after the allegation. So this person is trying to show herself. Look at me. Look at me. I'm this. Don't. Please. It's not racial, right? But they create a facade. Black people will do this to me. White people will do this. All race will do this. This is global. It will happen. Everybody can do this to me. But they like to create a facade. You heard that some people say they use like military looking people. Like, it's a facade. It's a portrayal. My own family member will do this thing to me. But the facade they're trying to portray, like for example, that person, that the young white adult person, they they're supposed to be this progressive group. Look at me. Do I look like look, do I look conservative? No. I bet you are very much liberal, but this program does not give a damn what's. You're just the facade. You're just trying to cover up who put me in this program. And the people who put me in this program did not do it because they're trying to protect. They do it because look at me and the organization. Something is not, and you're trying to change that. And this is trash like that. That makes people who truly are progressive, that truly are thinking about the look bad. This whole woke thing had a good intention. Then there's people who come and use this as just the facade, and nobody now this work thing has become something people just kind of use for like political purposes. It's been falsified to be something else. So I understand facades are made for this. Now, of course, it made me feel something about this. Give me extra stimulus. I can feel in my brain something just lights up in my brain. It's just I can feel it. Now she's most likely some 20 some adult. You see her yourself. That's that. But I am not going to subscribe to it. They make me even imagine this person with certain curves obviously does not that aren't there. They truly try to create something, and I'm looking at this. I was like, okay, whatever. Now imagine kids. They force, like, it's just disgusting. So to all my target individual, you know who you are. You know things are falsified. You know these people are trying to make you accept this false narrative. I will never experience me as who I was. Like, they're trying to rewire me into something else. They rewire your brain. I'm not perfect, by far. I'm not. But I know my imperfections. I know me. When I see this woman, she's trying to say, "Oh, you wait, you going," and this person said something, right? This to before she left, right? She's like, "You're gonna die slow." I was like, "How are you gonna die? I hope you live long doing this. Death comes the way it comes. It's gonna come though. If my death is gonna be slow, okay. How is your death? You don't have to be a TI to die slow. Cancer is real. They like so my death is however death is gonna come. It's gonna come. I know they're doing things to my organs to make me die, prolong things, but it's okay because how was I gonna die if I wasn't targeted? You understand? How are you gonna die? These people have gone into a world where, of course, they've normalized it. They try to dehumanize me and do this, but no, 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 no. You actually dehumanize yourself. Now you're trash. Look at me. Can you imagine? I'm a better person than you, by far, by far. Because you got, you involving yourself in this thing that's involve a lot of people. You're just the trash now. I'm listening to people about the issue of pedophilia in this intelligence community, and you're trying to cover that up with you showing your face as if, no, let me show you. Let me. This is what you're gonna look like. She see she's turning red. She knows I was filming, but of course, when I was filming, I wasn't making obvious. I was filming. I was pretending I was on. I was talking to somebody. She turned all red. They have no shame. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. Stay strong. I understand. These people are trying to make you be something you're not. They're trying to cover up what they're really part of. A bunch of low life trash that torture children and women. I will never let them live their fantasy. You you have to understand their sole assignment is to break you down and make you accept this false persona. If when they see themselves in the act, they are embarrassed because they understand what they're supposed to be doing is to make this person go crazy. They know that very well. That is what they're supposed to do. As I'm dying, I'm showing how you're living. Because we know that death is coming to all of us. So I'd rather be dying like this than living like trash. To all my target individual, continue to testify, and your testimonies will help others. I'm telling you, stay strong because this could have been you. You could have been there pretending to fall to while folding laundry to just try to create this. Can you imagine? That's your life. Or just looking at somebody's phone and trying to can you imagine? That could have been you. Instead of living life and try to live your life your best way, do things that gonna. But now this people's job is like, oh, you're gonna die. So are you gonna live longer now? You understand? Trash. And they're like, oh, you're nothing. What are you? This is something. This is what something looks like. This is what something does. I'd rather be nothing. So to all my target individuals, stay strong and find dignity in this death. It's much better than this. In your isolation, you forget how crazy and stupid these things look like when you see them. And I hate that. There's people who I think they're more local, right? Because I'm in an environment where there's a certain ethnicity and whatever. So these people. Then you see somebody like her, like, this she doesn't look like somebody who's normally living in this building. Not to say there's not, but it's not the norm, right? And it is like this time people should be at work. She's doing like so. You obviously know. Okay, you might be one of those perps. Look at exactly what I pictured. That's exactly what like. This is the fraud I was thinking about. Exactly. Want it to be this kind of progressive, and I don't want to put a race because there's no race. Everybody who torture is good. My own siblings will do this to me. It's supposed to be like world class, progressive looking, signaling. I guess. Look at me. I'm just you see, like I don't care about you. Of course, I know you don't care, but you torture people. You torture white people, black people, children, men, women, and you try to dumb yourself down to think that you're in a different program because look at me, I'm full. What? Do you think I think the intelligence committee is that stupid? It's like, oh my gosh, we cannot. This is no way to use progressive looking people to be perps. They are so uncompromisable. Fucking trash. So to all my tech individual, stay strong. Facades are utilized to try to create this false narrative. She's just a contractor. They're there because they contract, but this intelligence community that's been doing this nastiness for decades to women and children. Oh no, they're different. They're using their money. Their money is different. It's the money they separate away. That stupidity. You can see these people try to make you believe this shit. So be strong, okay, and don't subscribe to this, okay? And I will continuously talk until I can't, because I know there'll be a day I won't be able to speak and make videos, and I hope my videos have reached somebody that needed to be reached out, and understand that these people, whatever they're trying to make you subscribe to, understand what these people have done to people. Nobody's perfect. But I'm talking to people who are involved in programs that do horrible things to even women and children. You know how nasty it is to be in a program that torture women in these ways, slowly kill them, rape them using this type of weaponry. Try to delude yourself that you're something else. You're like, oh, I'm doing it for this person. Yeah, right. Listen to this woman. You would fry the life out of her, and now all of a sudden you didn't know. You know, it's funny. They were trying to do this thing where they're like, oh, this they will say the name of this person. They say, and I was able to see her on Facebook. And hey, how are you? How's life? Because they like pretending this is for her. I sent a message to her. Say, hi, how's life? How's everything? "Oh, I'm doing well. Living my best life with my family." I said, okay. Now I press play, listen to one of the testimony of what the woman they torture, and you hear her talk about the last 3 years have been horrible. I've been tortured in all the kind of ways that's unbelievable. I can barely walk because of sexual torture. I can barely think, and I can barely do anything. I can nothing. I can barely hold a job because you look. Oh, you hear? Oh, he's such a fierce, radical person. Trash. And try to say no for her. Yeah, okay. Never let them live their fantasy. They're in a program that torture and experiment on people. A lot of women are being experimented on by this trash, using this weaponry. As I'm saying that, they're doing things to my shoulders to stop me from speaking. And they're like, "No, hurt." And I've seen one. I should have filmed this guy. I see this guy. Obviously, I can see he's a perp. Face is red, glasses look like he hasn't been sleeping right. He look like look like. Are you the one being radiated? She see him just a mess. And I'm like, this is the trash that I can hear talk. This is what I'm like. This is the life. This is what I should be living and wanting to be. Stay strong. I might die in pain, in torment, but man, there's indignity that can be seen a mile away. Some of these people look like they're the one being tortured. Well, they're the one doing the torture. So stay strong.